Welcome to Light. So for today, apparently the president hasn't fucked it up already. We're still at it. We're still threatening our allies all over the world. And there's still plenty of dumb fuck takes coming out of both sides on this issue. So, I've got us a little clip prepared here today. Let's go ahead and get right into that before I start the full discussion on this horrific subject. Okay, here we go.
This morning, new details about dramatic military action nearly taken by President Trump with only 2 months left in his term. ABC News has confirmed that Trump asked his senior advisors last week for options on attacking Iran's main nuclear site after a report detailed how the Iranians are increasing their stockpile of nuclear material.
Now, let's remember why they're increasing their stockpile of nuclear material. They're increasing that stockpile of nuclear material because he left the deal called the Iran deal. It's a little thing, might have heard of it. He left that deal, which made us stop sanctioning their money from them, right? So we give the money we sanction from them back. And in return, we get to be up their ass all day, every day, 24/7, with every, not just our inspectors, but inspectors of all our allies, constantly researching their facilities to make sure that they are not building up enough to make a nuclear weapon. That's why the numbers are going up. He did this. And he knew that when he did this, for if no other reason, just because Obama did the deal, and so since Obama did something, we got to do the opposite. Another reason could be because he knew they would start, because why wouldn't they? They would start building up their nuclear material since they're not in this deal anymore, and he can use that as justification to start a war with them. Mr. I'm anti-war Trump seems to love war, as he's not drawing all our troops out, like the reports have been stated, and I think some dumb fucks were on this clip that we're about to watch are like saying all kinds of stupid fucking warmongering excuses. Rather than actually just pull out the troops, he's gonna push them down a little bit more, like always. The troop levels have yo-yoed under Bush, under Obama, under Trump. They're gonna yo-yo under Biden. They're gonna yo-yo until we get the fuck out. We're gonna be there forever. Okay, so he's not pulling them out. He's yo-yoing them again, like he was always gonna do, because he's not really anti-war. He's barely anti-anything. The man doesn't have that much of a coherent ideology. He's dwindling the troop levels down there. That's anti-war. Meanwhile, he's preparing. Now, thankfully, it looks like even some psychopaths that are in the room were able to talk him out of this. Psychopaths themselves were like, hey, buddy, this might not be good for political reasons. Now, they don't necessarily care about the moral aspect of it. Whatever. Wrong reasons, correct conclusion. But thankfully, they talked him out of a bomb strike on this nuclear facility. They have not talked him out of a cyber strike through the facility's computering or any other type of things like that. More economic strikes, which he's been waging a full economic war on them for months now. We'll see how it goes. Let's continue with this clip. I want to get this over with as quickly as possible.
Vice President Mike Pence and Secretary of State Mike Pompeo were among the group who convinced the president not to pursue a military strike.
Psychopaths had to do it.
As the Pentagon expects orders from President Trump by the end of this week to reduce troop levels in Afghanistan and Iraq by mid-January. The president tweeted back in October that all American forces in Afghanistan should be home by Christmas. But the military pushed back against that plan, according to ABC's Martha Raddatz.
He will not get the full withdrawal he wanted, but this...
I wish our troops were back home by Christmas. They should have been back home by last Christmas, and the Christmas before that, 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 and the Christmas before that. And I could keep going until we're 19 years back, because we never should have been in Iraq in the first place. I wish. He ain't doing it. He's a liar. Big shock. He's a liar. He lied about this. The only things he doesn't lie about are things that he thinks not many people are going to hear that are behind closed doors, like wanting to bomb the Iranian nuclear facility that he created the situation there for in the first place.
This is significant. In Afghanistan, the troops will be reduced from 4,500 to 2,500.
Oh, that's significant.
And in Iraq, reduced from 3,000 to 2,500.
This morning, some of the president's biggest allies are opposing the idea, including Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell.
A rapid withdrawal of U.S. forces from Afghanistan now would hurt our allies and delight the people who wish us harm.
Oh, well. It's almost like, even if you do got half a point there, Mitch, that we didn't have the right to illegally invade these countries to take their oil and their heroin and their lithium in the first place, Mitch. It's almost like we're there with our shields. We're protecting them. And from the other bad guys, Mitch, we got our shields protecting them because we the good guys. And then we use them shields to be dropping drone bombs on their ass all over the world every single day, every second of every single day. But Mitch, we need to keep protecting them with our bombing shields so that nobody else can come in with their bombing guns and shoot at them, Mitch. This is literally just lazy propaganda in defense of an endless fucking war machine that will never go away until we get the fuck out. It won't stop. People are making money on this. People are making money on this. Okay? So since you have a monetary fucking incentive to be there, that's not going to go away until we legislate it away.
And Senator Tammy Duckworth, a veteran of the war in Iraq, warns against a hasty withdrawal.
It has to be done in an orderly way, and the way this president looks like he's trying to do, he's going to order a quick drawdown. That means that we won't be able to properly remove our equipment, for example. Can you imagine leaving so quickly that you leave behind a whole caches of equipment for the Taliban to fall in on?
That's the fucking argument here now. Guys, listen, guys. If we leave too quick, if we leave so quick, they'll leave all their stuff and the Taliban will come get it, guys. We can't leave because if we go real quick and pull us out of this 19-year-long fucking illegal war, they're going to leave so quick they'll forget their backpacks and their tanks and their helicopters. What kind of psychotic mental gymnastics, lazy fucking propaganda is that? Huh? What kind? Because I'll tell you what kind. The shit kind. That's not even a good argument. That's not even an argument. I've heard decent propaganda arguments as to why we should stay there. That, my ladies and friends, was not one. That was a lazy fucking argument that has, like, you're a ridiculous person. You're a ridiculous fucking person if you believe that. If you believe that if we just quickly fucking get out, like, all schizophrenic, we're just going to leave all our shit. No, it's called withdraw all the troops. All of them. See, he didn't say he's going to withdraw them. Now, here's the thing, before I even get to that. Trump could do a good thing. A lot of people are too partisan on the left side and the right side. I'm not defending the right wing here. But there are a lot of people that are too partisan on the left side that would think that, no, he cannot do good things. No, he could. He just doesn't want to. But he could. So in a crazy, bizarro world where Trump went against all these people and actually said, instead of 3,500 to 3,000 and 4,500 to 2,500, okay, instead of that, it should be to 0 over a long period of time to make sure we get everything out right. But you'll notice the amount that it's going down to ain't fucking 0. It's not. It's thousands of boots on the ground that are still going to be there. If Trump were to actually get out, I would give him full credit. I would say that's probably the best thing he's done. It's probably the only main great thing that he's done. And I would give him full credit for that. He's not going to do it, though, because he doesn't like doing good things. It's not that he can't do good things. It's just that he won't because he doesn't like to. Now, On to the point of the Iran situation. He's been waging an economic war on Iran now for months. It's terrifying. This isn't a defense of Iran. This is a defense of our geopolitics, of the U.S., and our place on this world stage. If you give a fuck about that, you can't willy-nilly have one administration put in a deal that makes sure that Iran will never get a nuclear weapon, and the only thing we had to give up was the money we were taking from them. I mean, how gangster of a fucking deal is that? Okay, you can't have an administration put in a deal like that, and then the next guy doesn't like the person that put in the deal, so he pulls out of the deal. Now you don't have any negotiable, you don't have any credibility in your negotiations at all. At all. Nobody has any reason to listen to you at this point. So, I care about that. I also care about, not for a moral argument, not fucking randomly bombing every little country. Like, is that too much to ask anymore? Like, is America like the land of the free and the home of the brave, or is it the land of the dumb and the home of the bombs? Because that's what you're representing. That's what you're representing and outwardly expressing with all of these actions. Trump is not anti-war. He's not any more anti-war than Obama was when Obama ran on getting out of the wars, and we yo-yoed the troop levels like we've done with Trump. Okay, and then guess what? We're still there. Okay, when Trump's done yo-yoing his troop levels, we're still going to be there. That's all there is to it. Trump is no more anti-war than Biden. He's no more anti-war than Obama. He's no more anti-war than Bush. He's no more anti-war than Reagan. He's no more anti-war than any of these people, because he is an establishment Republican. Now that might blow some people's minds, because, but the Republican establishment thought he was, they thought he wasn't very polite, so they don't really like him. That means he's anti-establishment. No, that does not mean he's anti-establishment. First of all, it's funny in an argument in general to claim that the president is ever anti-establishment. Like, even if Bernie Sanders, who's one of the most anti-establishment politicians, even if he was president, I mean, he would by definition be fairly establishment at that point. You can't get much more established than the president of the free world. But on a literal level, not like just a political level, he packed his administration full of Wall Street insiders, full of war hawks, full of socially backwards fucking Neanderthals. Everything that he has done on a policy standpoint, not a Twitter standpoint, a policy legislative standpoint of the bills he has signed, pushed for, vetoed, he is absolutely equally as establishment as someone like Reagan. Now, Reagan didn't have Twitter, and he probably, even if he did, wouldn't go on psychotic little Twitter rampages. But Trump is 100% an establishment governor. Okay? An establishment governor, when the establishment's position on war is, we like war, it makes the people that give us money more money. Guess what Trump is going to do? He's not going to fuck that up. He's going to keep letting them make all the money they want. He'll do PR shit like yo-yoing the troop levels, and then we're still there. We're going to be there for fucking 50 years. If we don't pull out of those countries, we will be there forever. Until the American empire crumbles under some stupid fucking, whoever the next stupid despot of Trump is. We will crumble. We will still be there until we die if we don't get the fuck out. Like, there's a million little fucking, oh my god, little nuance, I guess. Even though this is a fucking black and white issue, if there's ever was one. There's a lot of nuance on a lot of issues. This is one of those where, like, if your position is slowly get all the troops out to zero, you're just correct. You're just correct morally. You're correct legislatively. You're correct geopolitically. You're correct nationalistically. All of those are yes to get the troops the fuck out of these countries we don't have any business being in. Okay? There's a lot of issues where it's not as black and white as that. Like, let me think, for example, on, okay, like maybe how we should go about police reform. Should we abolish the police? Should we reform the police? That's a real debate. That's a debate that has a lot of points on both sides that are good. This is not one of those. This is more like climate change, where climate change is not some like frivolous, like, oh, we don't know, there's a lot of people saying a lot of things. No, 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 no. There's a huge fucking overwhelming scientific consensus that have millions of fucking peer-reviewed papers, not just papers, peer-reviewed papers that are agreed by all the scientists that look at them. It's multiple layers of this is fucking what is happening, okay? The war situation is damn near that clear. It really is. And Mr. Anti-War Trump, as you just saw, is threatening to bomb Iran after he created the situation that has led them to ramping up their nuclear material. Because guess what was in that Iran deal that he got out of that was so bad and unfair for America, or whatever the fuck his excuse was? What was in that deal was utter insurance, utter 100% confidence insurance that they will never be able to raise enough nuclear material to create a nuclear bomb. And now he's going to bomb them because they're creating enough nuclear material to create a bomb. You pulled out of the deal that ensured that never happened. Your fault. Your fault. And now people are going to get potentially bombed over it. Or some other attack. There's plenty of things that he's planning on doing that aren't bombing it as well. I mean, plenty of different things could lead to war. We really want more war? He could start another war before he leaves. You don't think he's that crazy? You really don't think that Donald fucking coronavirus is a Chinese hoax, whatever the fuck, Trump, or I guess technically that was global warming was a Chinese hoax, but bad enough. He also never stopped saying it was the China virus, kind of dog whistling that he probably thinks it's some sort of hoax when he said that things like Regeneron is a cure. Okay? You don't think that that guy would 100% start another war on his way out with Iran? Because let me tell you something, buddy. If you don't think so, you ain't been paying attention. You ain't been paying attention. God, I can't fucking stand these pro-war lunatics who, if Trump magically was pro-war for real, they would still be out here like attacking him over it. And I definitely can't stand the psychotic insanity of him, because he's not anti-war, of him continuing our empirical empire-like domination of these fucking smaller countries. Okay, they're sovereign nations. I don't have to fucking agree with a fucking thing in there to realize that they are sovereign nations that have their own societies, that we don't have the fucking God-given right to be in bombing. Okay? It doesn't take that much to fucking realize that, dude. It doesn't take much at all. It's actually really easy. I love the fuck out of you guys, even though I'm pissed. So subscribe below to see more of me being pissed and sometimes happy. Subscribe below. The light is coming. New video tomorrow, baby.